This is Radio School on San Francisco's talk station, Talk 910.
It is Radio School. And now, please, welcome to the stage, doing stand-up on the radio, we have Dash Kwiatkowski and David Studebaker.
Thank you very much. Notice you said my last name correctly this time. That's very exciting. Last time there was a kerfuffle about that. See, it's everyone mispronounces it. Everyone mispronounces the name all the time. It's fair. I don't expect anything different. It's too long. The last name is too long. There's K's and there's W's and A's and I's. And the problem is people see it and they see me, and I am for the most part Asian. And so a lot of times the response to seeing my name is, what is that? Is that Dash Kawasaki? Is that what's going on? Which is fair. It's very silly, though. It's dumb because I'm not even Japanese. I'm Polish. See, Kwiatkowski's a Polish last name, and if you translate it, what it actually means, in the original on the mother tongue, what it means is Japanese motorcycle. If you take it all the way back. I have to say, I wasn't gonna talk. I heard you guys talking about Google Glass, and you're saying if you log into your computer with Google Glass. Man, what are you doing on your computer with Google Glass? The point of Google Glass, I can take the internet with me anywhere. Better use the internet with it on. My Google Glass, I used it to tell myself I'm on the internet on my home computer. I feel like you don't know how to use Google Glass. Also, if you're doing anything sensitive that you don't want someone to see, man, what are you doing wearing your Google Glass? Your cell phone does most of those things. My cell phone also records anything I want if I hit record. I'm not going to the bathroom with it like, oh, I hope no one finds this video I'm taking of myself in the bathroom. Better not switch my webcam on in the bathroom. Why do you have Google Glass is not, the other thing, Hotmail? Come on, man. It's Google. What are you doing? I feel like if you use Google Glass and you log into Hotmail, the Google Glass, like the self-destruct just activates. Like, no. No, you're not allowed to use these anymore. Please return them to the manufacturer. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what you're doing. That's probably about a couple minutes. I'm going to pass it off to David Studebaker.
Thank you, Dash
David Studebaker.
Woo, Dash, yeah. Very, very passionate about Google Glass. He is very passionate. So, couple things. One, I'm very happy. The Giants are winning 4-0. I'm a huge Giants fan. Last year was awesome. They won the World Series. Another cool thing is I'm from Petaluma, and Petaluma made the Little League. Well, I'm from Sonoma County, and Petaluma made the Little League World Series, and that was a big deal. I watched a lot of that, and everyone knows in Major League Baseball there's a big problem with steroids, but I uncovered a big problem in Little League, and that is puberty. Very unfair advantage. There's always the one kid who's enormous, and Petaluma had that kid. That's why they went all the way. And before the game, they'd bring out the kids. They'd do the player introductions. They'd be like, hi, my name's Timmy. I'm 5'2", 110 pounds. I'm 12. I enjoy reading Sports Illustrated and playing video games. And then they bring on the next kid like, yeah, hi, my name's Brock. I'm 6'5", 185 pounds. I'm 12. I enjoy reading Playboy and shaving. Let's play some ball. So while we were about to come on, bless me, we were in the other room, and I found a CD in one of the holding rooms called, I'm wearing a Batman shirt right now. I'm a big Batman fan, and it's called the Gotham Music Library, Cool Young Stuff, Volume 2. So I had to take a look at what was on Gotham Music Library, Cool Young Stuff, Volume 2. Tell me how you feel about this. For the first half of the track seemed fine. It's called Beautiful Girl, Being All Right, Wow, New Kids, over and over. See, now at over and over, everything starts sounding like it's a dirty movie. You got Over and Over. The next song is Gen X. The next one is Fast Hard Stuff. The next one is Raspberry Dream. The next one, not a joke, Nasty Land. The one after that, also not kidding, Eurobash. The one after that, Jagged, and my personal favorite, the final one, they call it, the description is inspirational light contemporary. It's called Any Day Now. So that is the Cool Young Stuff Volume 2, Gotham Music Library from the Newstalk 910 holding room. Thank you. My name's David Studebaker.
All right, guys. Stand up on the radio right here on Radio School Talk 910, San Francisco's talk station. Thank you guys so much for coming in. You got it. Real quick, though, I have to defend my Hotmail account. I am an elder, and I do have Gmail, and that's where I do the majority of my stuff. But the Hotmail, this is, let's say about 2000, 2001. I'm graduating college. I no longer have a .edu email address. This is how stupid I was when it came to email, though. That I didn't realize that I could just come up with any name. So when I signed up for my Hotmail, because when you're in college, the one they give you like the first letter of your first name, and then I have a long last name. It's like the first 7 letters of my last name. For whatever reason, that's my Hotmail account. So I just changed whatever the college one, but I do have a Gmail one now. I've advanced. But I feel like in your mid-30s.
I was gonna say you can actually link your Hotmail to your AOL and then receive all of your ADT home security emails in one convenient location.
That's one thing I don't have is AOL, but I do remember the AOL chat rooms.
Yeah,
that chat room was great.
Those were
so many explicit chats.
Everybody's so excited about AOL chat rooms.
Bring it back.
Everybody has memories.
Now that I'm closer to being a dirty 55-year-old man that wants to pretend to be a 14-year-old girl, I feel like I'm missing out. You guys have a great new project coming up, or you want to start? The Neighborhood Watchmen, a web series, and tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it is, it's kind of something that has consumed our lives recently. We're in the pre-production financing phase right now. But it's a mockumentary style web series that follows a team of local superheroes in their office setting. So kind of when they're not fighting crime, we leave the office a little bit, but the gist of the show is we wanted to show superheroes when they're not fighting crime, and they're also not top-notch
They're
superheroes.
C-listers.
They have flaws and quirks, and so it's kind of delves into their psychology.
So it's like dynamic. The Tick at his day job.
Sort of, yes, yeah. People have compared it to the Tick. I was a big fan of the Tick growing up. It's basically some of my favorite stuff because I'm a huge comic book fan. I watch Justice League cartoons and stuff. Some of the best Justice League episodes were in the headquarters at the Watchtower, the sort of the interpersonal stuff. And so we thought it'd be really a really good opportunity to have a really funny take on the superhero genre that still stays true to the sort of the nerd superhero roots. And but it is a new spin on it that no one's really done yet.
I do love the idea that the superheroes that you hear about are the ones that have crazy amazing powers and unparalleled. But the idea if that exists, then the lower superhero must exist. There must be a bunch of people that have pretty good stuff.
Yeah, pretty
not
good powers.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's actually, there's sort of running jokes about that in the comic book world. So there's one team that a lot of people called I can never think of their name. It's a Canadian superhero team.
Lex would know.
He's not here.
It's
That helps us nothing.
Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight is a Canadian superhero team. There's a character on there. His name is Puck. He's a midget with the proportional strength of a real person. So that's his superpower. So I just get a regular guy on the team.
I mean, but wouldn't a midget without any superpowers that worked out have the same?
You'd think so. I wonder if Puck just doesn't work out.
So you guys are also going to star in this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so when you wrote it.
Yeah.
And so when you're writing your characters, was it hard not to make yourself a little more badass? Are you just or are you just really trying to be
I would say, in fact, the opposite.
Yeah, it's kind of more fun to make your character, the opposite of that because there's more laughs there, and then you can get more screen time. Right. So it's a lot of fun. There's a character. My character's kind of the strongman Captain America of the group. His flaws are he has really bad food allergies, and he's extremely narcissistic.
So if someone opens a bag of peanuts, he's kind of his day's over.
Exactly.
So he's putting the EpiPen in and calling it a day.
Exactly. So with my character, there's another character called Mind Guy. He's the team psychic, and he likes to mess with my character a lot. So I love writing in episodes. We have 15 episodes, and there's a few episodes where a lot of it is him messing with my character. Or Dash's character is a complete wacko, so it's a lot of fun.
My character sort of makes fun of so comics in the 90s. The 90s were a very dark time for comic books. Everything was extreme without the E on the front of it, and huge guns, huge armor, just sort of form over function. And so my character, if you see the pictures, big armor, big guns, grenades everywhere, pouches. Yeah. So my character is that sort of that 90s ridiculously over the top thing. He claims to be from the future. Nobody believes him. He's very much the stupid guy on the team. He's sort of, he means very well, but he's very, very heavily armed and questionably sane.
Yeah, not the most intelligent.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I was reading through the characters. It looks really funny because you got like the washed up sort of team leader. He's way too positive. He's always holding a coffee cup type of a thing. Like the young hot chick that's sort of trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And
we have Codebreaker, who he can understand any language and he can communicate with anything. So he can talk to computers, he can talk to squirrels, but he's a terrible communicator with humans.
Gets social anxiety.
So whenever we need him to say something, he just can never get the words out.
Just goes on a bunch of different sort of seemingly disconnected trains of thought.
And you're going to do this all in San Francisco, in the Bay Area?
Yes, awesome. We are. We're shooting it all in San Francisco. We're looking at July, August is when we're going to shoot, and then September is when we are going to start releasing them.
So is it possible that we're going to see you walking around in San Francisco with some kind of costume on?
We're actually going to be doing that in the nearest future.
We're looking. Well, we're going to Big Wow in San Jose. It's a comic book convention, so we'll be in there in costume. We're also considering walking around in costume in Union Square.
Oh yeah.
Like on a Saturday. We're not going to have Dash dress up because he has bullets and guns all over his costume.
It's probably a bad idea.
Security risk.
You would definitely get.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be prancing around in my blue tights, and we're gonna try to get Victory Girl and some other people.
Well, it's interesting because right down the street from the station's the whole what is it, like not the Metreon, but the big like pavilions,
sure,
like where all the kind of conventions are, and I guess they must have had like some sort of comic book convention there because of the Yerba Buena Center.
Yeah.
And I remember walking down the street and seeing like, oh my God, like, is there like something going on? I thought it was like a bunch of like SWAT guys, but it was just like these guys. Then you walk up like, oh God, those are like over exaggerated like uniforms, but they were walking around carrying guns, like plastic, realistic looking guns. I was like, that's
not even legal.
Yeah,
this is probably a bad idea.
My gun on the show is well, luckily we found the original, the base prop. It's prop's been modified. We found it at a thrift store. It's one of those Mexican knockoff Nerf guns at
and
base.
We modified it. We put bullets and we
made it look really cool.
It looks really cool. But it's we're not gonna have Dash running around.
No,
we don't.
Now to get this
I'm not gonna have me doing that.
To get this up and running though, you're looking for some funding.
Yes.
And so you've started a Kickstarter campaign.
Yes.
Which luckily I think, and a lot of people are, at least that are doing the Kickstarter stuff, seem to get a little upset or give guff to like the bigger celebrities that are doing it, like Zach Braff just did.
Because they already have money.
Yeah, but the thing is though that a lot of people still don't know about Kickstarter. And it's a fantastic site that where people can put up like, I want to do this creative project, can't fund it. If you like to see this, if this is something you're interested in, please donate to it. And we might, if you donate a certain amount of money, we might give you some cool stuff.
Can you just go on there and say, to keep me from robbing people, give me some money?
You could try.
Well, I
need my car fixed.
Yeah, they screen.
They just screen all the posts before they go up.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I think differentiates us from a lot of Kickstarters is, a lot of people say, hey, I have this idea or I have this whatever. David and I have actually sunk a ton of money into costumes, into.
Oh yeah, it looks like you guys are all set up.
Maybe you should have did
$2,000 on costumes, and there's been
costumes, different promotional shoots, stuff like that. Even just getting people on board, hiring people to make stuff for us.
Yeah, so we've already sunk quite a bit of money. So we're hoping that our investment will kind of
encourage people
to entrust that
we're not just two guys with an idea. We've actually put a bunch of effort into something we really want to make.
You're ready to go. You're ready to shoot.
Absolutely.
You're saying. Like you have all the
funding.
It's not like you're like, oh, let's it'd be really fun for us to do this.
You know what? I think you guys could raise some money if you go out there with your costumes, just how they have street performers and have like a stage Power Ranger kind of fight. And that way you could promote the episode.
Would you be the villain then?
I would love to be the villain, yeah.
Although not to play off of stereotypes, but we don't want to do anything that ends up with you actually getting arrested. So I feel like publicly that could look very bad. Like, I robbed this. Oh no, it's the cops.
You know what they say? Any kind of promo, any kind of publication is good publication.
If you're saying you'll go to jail for our show, I'm not going to stop you.
We appreciate it.
You're like, no, officer. I swear, I'm just playing a villain.
I didn't really rob him.
To promote a potential web series. You see, look at all those guys in costs. Oh,
where'd they go?
Boy, now they can run super fast. Jeez. So if you go to Kickstarter.com, what would people search? Like, what's the easiest way to get to you?
Neighborhood Watchmen.
Yeah,
if you Google Neighborhood Watchmen, we got covered by some comic book news websites. One called Major Spoilers picked us up, ran a little thing about us, which was cool. One of the cool things, actually, if you click on that button that says updates, one of our cool new updates for the show is we just got Skylar Stone, who's from television movies. He had his own show called Con on Comedy Central. He was in Waiting. He was in a bunch of cool stuff, but he agreed to he's going to do an episode of our show.
Yeah, he'll be playing my older brother in the Justin Justice's older brother. So he'll be doing it. We also
we have for Batwoman.
Yeah, our villain. We've casted our villain, Batwoman, Sean Pulaski.
Her name is Sean Pulaski. If you give her a little Google search, she's been in Community.
Okay.
She's been on TBS's Just for Laughs.
So this is legitimate. Like, not that it wouldn't be, because I mean, if it's on this show, it's got to be. But like, just stressing that this is not just, hey, we have a cool thing we'd like to do. It's like you have some serious talent.
Yeah.
You got your idea's already been fleshed out. You got the scripts written.
The whole first season is written entirely.
All you need is a little bit of startup money just to get office space and just other equipment, probably stuff like that.
Well, we one of the things is we got a promo video up that we recorded on our own, and people said, "Oh, well, is that what you're going to film on?" It's not. That's the trailer to introduce the characters. We really want to have a very professional level production. We're gonna that's part of the reason for the budget is so we can get a film crew and we can get all of the things and proper lighting and proper sound equipment and everything that we need to actually make this an actual show. Like, we actually really want to put a professional product out there.
And what I love about Kickstarter is that part of you donate money, but then like on the whole right side of the screen.
Oh, the pledge items.
Yeah, like you can so if you donate a certain amount of money, you might get something. You get something in return. You get something.
We've got some cool pledge items.
We have anything from the first season on DVD with box art and all that. There's our merch package. There's Killzone and Justin Justice will write you a song and put it on YouTube, personalized to you. What actually, now that you bring it up, hey, there's a 50% off sale. No one's purchased the Justin Justice personal training session.
Oh,
that is now 50% off, ladies.
What is that? What is that, ladies? What does that involve?
That involves me in costume, in my armor and blue tights, coming to your gym. And I did personal training for a while, and I will be in costume. You will really stand out with me, but we'll have a good time. It'll be people at the gym will know you. They will know you after that.
Also, no one also has purchased the Sergeant Killzone teaches you to play guitar. Lesson no one has gone for that.
Sergeant Killzone also doesn't know any chords by name. He'll just
he does not
play this sound.
Well, in the future, there are no guitar chords.
Or maybe you should call it "Learn How to Play Guitar With."
We'll hire
a very skilled guitarist doesn't know what the chords are called.
No, we do. There's a lot of pledge items. And the other thing, if you don't know, cool. Kickstarter, I'm sure you know, but a lot of people don't know that we set a goal. And then if we don't hit that goal, the money that you have pledged gets refunded back to your
we don't
card.
Actually get to keep anything.
So we don't keep anything.
Right.
So we have 30 days to get $10,000, and if we don't hit that,
maybe you should
18 days left. Yeah, 18 days left. We started with 30 days.
Well, then people definitely need to go to Kickstarter.com and so either search for Neighborhood Watchmen there, or just Google Neighborhood Watchmen. This is a local project. Support our local talent here in San Francisco and the Bay Area.
Do you get to try again if you don't reach your goal?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But the thing is, we
call it the Neighborhood Watch People. Completely different.
Well, I mean, part of the thing with the 30 days is we need to get this filmed. We want to get this filmed this summer. We want to get this, and if God forbid nothing happens with the Kickstarter, David and I will, try to.
We'll continue plugging along.
Yeah,
We'll
why don't you
into
try,
debt, we'll do whatever we have to do.
And film the pilot or film something. We have we'll
The
have a
Academy
sliding
of Art.
scale.
Before we go, I've always wanted the excuse to ask 10 this. Not that I couldn't have done it, it's my show, but this is a good reason to say, 10, what would your superpower be if you could choose from anything?
Actually good. I always thought I would be prepared for this question because I watched X-Men and stuff like that. My superpower would be that I would be able to take any superpower that I've seen from another superhero.
So you're assuming there's going to be other superheroes out there
I feel
to take from.
in the world right now, this power is not.
No, wait.
I feel like
I take that little person's ability.
My superpower would be the ability to pull anything out of the TV and make it real.
Interesting.
Now, when you pull it out, is it the size?
It's life size.
Hello, tiny Michelle Pfeiffer.
You've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, the logistics of what I had in mind aren't adding up.
Can we just, before very quick, Michelle Pfeiffer is your go-to? Is that
Again, man?
Are you watching Michelle Pfeiffer on your Google Glass through your Hotmail account?
Hey, we chat in AOL every once in a while. At least she says she's a Michelle Pfeiffer.
ASL.
She posted. She sent me a glamour shot, so I'm pretty sure it was really her.
Nice.
This is Radio School on San Francisco's talk station, Talk 910. Again, go to Kickstarter.com, search for Neighborhood Watchmen, and pledge. Fantastic product. Thanks, you guys, so much for coming in.
Thanks
for having us.
David Studebaker, Kwiatkowski, doing stand up on the radio and promoting a fantastic event. I'm going to project. I'm definitely going to throw some cash down.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
We'll be back to wrap things up right here on Talk 910.